Mario Kart Tour is one of my most favorite Mario Kart games ever made, just because of how much content it gets thrown in, and how much replayability it has since it gets updates every 2 weeks. However, even with the constant updates, Tour is starting to become a little weird to play. There are a few good things and a few bad things about this, but right now, I think it's an awkward situation for a few reasons that we will discuss in today's video. Before we do get started with this discussion video, make sure to subscribe and like, as it will help this channel greatly, and you would make Wiggler very happy. And trust me, if you aren't, I don't think you want to see my baby boy when he is upset. Without any further ado, let's get started. The first topic we have to discuss is the Booster Course Pass. To those who don't know for some reason, the Booster Course Pass is an expansion pack from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that gives you 48 more courses to choose from and adds more characters for you to play as. Why do I bring up the Booster Course Pass, you may be asking yourself? Well, the fact that every track from the Booster Course Pass comes from Mario Kart Tour. This is an issue for me, at least, because the more ways we continue to get, the more I want to grind in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe than Tour's versions of these tracks, since, let's face it, 8 Deluxe for the most part does these courses way better than the way Mario Kart Tour does it. With tracks like DK Mountain being ported to Tour in the middle of nowhere, just doesn't really make sense when you think about it. The track plays terribly in Tour with how Tour's physics are, but they might have just done that because they were planning on porting it to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, I'm not fully saying it has a shot of being in a part of the Booster Course Pass, but it's got a pretty high chance of being included, not gonna lie here. DK Mountain is a big fan favorite for Mario Kart Double Dash, probably more than Dino Dino Jungle, to be honest. Also, with Nintendo porting every city track from Tour into the Booster Course Pass just doesn't really give me a fun time to play through them in Mario Kart Tour when they do show up again in future tours. Another thing with the Booster Course Pass is, since it's obvious they use the track models from Tour, with tracks that are in the Booster Course Pass and aren't just yet released in Tour, it kind of makes it dry to play through them in Tour when, you know, the better version is just on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, I'm not saying it happens with every track, but the fact Mario Kart Tour has become the Booster Course Pass's pet this year just isn't sitting right with me. Throughout this year's content for Tour so far, we can see that it's just receiving stuff that's already in the Booster Course Pass or is planned to be coming soon. What makes this whole Booster Course Pass situation a bit worse in Mario Kart Tour's case is they're beginning to add more of the content from Mario Kart Tour into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Birdo got announced in the latest trailer for Wave 4, and they have confirmed on their Japanese website that more are due to be coming. Why this is an issue for me as well is because that's another reason why I play Tour, because of the amazing characters it has that no other Mario Kart in the entire franchise has. What I think this means is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will be taking most of Tour's content and securing it in one of Nintendo's main console games, which, by the way, is their best-selling game on the Switch. I think this also means with the Booster Course Pass ending this year, they're also trying to rush out the content into Mario Kart Tour that will be in the Booster Course Pass as well, such as Piranha Plant Cove that just released, or the fact that they have every current city course all finished porting to Tour with their usual 3 variants, except for like 3 cities that are data mining the files, which we are bound to probably see soon. They're trying to release more of this stuff in Mario Kart Tour, I guess, before they announce it to be coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so more of that moolah is made in Tour before it inevitably closes down. But that closing down topic will be a topic later in this video, so I won't get too much into it right now. It's really disappointing, and I may be the only one thinking this too. Maybe some might agree with me on this topic, but who knows. I'm obviously not hating on the Booster Course Pass, since I've always loved the idea behind it, but it is personally ruining my experience for Mario Kart Tour now, sadly. The second topic we have is Battle Mode. While this one isn't nearly as much as a problem as the Booster Course Pass situation, it's still noteworthy to mention. Battle Mode has always had a weird controversial topic when it comes to Mario Kart Tour's interpretation of it. Ever since its release, it's always had a few issues. First off, the music is just all wrong. Why do we need to hear that dreaded Mario Kart 8 Deluxe remix of SNES Battle Course 1's music in every single battle track? Now, I don't hate the remix, so don't take it the wrong way, but man, why is it even here? The track for that music isn't even in this game. It's really just super strange when you think about it, especially since it's an 8 Deluxe remix, and Nintendo typically doesn't like using Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's remixes for tracks in Mario Kart Tour, so I don't know what's the difference here. It's honestly really annoying to hear it in all of the tracks nowadays, and I wish we would get more of an explanation on this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure even before Battle Mode was released, data miners had found the original music files in the Tour's files. I could definitely be wrong about that, but that is just based off a very bad memory I may or may not have remembered. The next issue with Battle Mode is the fact we have 2 courses based off of it in each and every tour we have. Why that is an issue is because they never, ever give us new maps. It's always the same 3 maps we typically see in tours. Cookie Land, Twilight House, and GBA Battle Course 1. If they could give us new ones, I think I wouldn't be needing to dedicate a whole part of this video to battle mode. But the fact it's been over like almost 7 months is ridiculous. We don't get new ones, which then also leads to boredom when playing online, especially with that really annoying soundtrack we hear in every single battle course. It's honestly a lame excuse that we are stuck with the same music for all of them. Music can really define a track, and removing it could ruin playing it. Now, we do have another battle course that isn't just the 3 I listed off. However, it's a city battle course, and you already know how they handle the city tracks in the normal game, so what do you expect they do once they create a city-based one for battle mode? What's worse is it's based off of New York Minute, which is a track known by Nintendo Mario Kart Tour fans to be the meme track when it comes to city courses, because since Nintendo never likes bringing this track back at all. If we are lucky, we may get it once a year, which is just totally ridiculous in my opinion. There is, however, another battle course that is in Mario Kart Tour's files that we haven't gotten yet, and that is Paris Promenade B. The issue with that, though, is basically the same issue with the New York Minute battle stage. They never bring back Paris anymore either, and with there only being a 4th variant of the course we haven't gotten yet, I don't see them adding this battle track until maybe the 4th anniversary tour, and even then it might not even be worth the wait. And since we already went past Valentine's Day, and that's typically where they like giving us Paris Promenade, I really don't see it coming back until probably the 4th anniversary tour. We really need more diversity when it comes to battle mode in this game, because this is just not fun anymore. I gotta admit, I loved battle mode in Tour when it first released, and I did go open-ended expecting we'd be getting more courses for the mode in the future, but since it's been over a half a year since we have seen a new battle course, it's not even exciting to really see a new one anymore. I might make this a separate video later down the road about possible ways Nintendo could fix battle mode, but we won't be discussing it in this video since there's still a few things I would have to cover in here instead. Our next topic is the expectations and reality of Mario Kart Tour's future. This is kind of both a good and bad thing to think about, I guess. I've seen a lot of people in the Mario Kart Tour community always complaining, sometimes including myself, about the content decisions Nintendo goes and chooses for this game, which some are good and some aren't as good. We have to accept from this point forward that probably isn't going to be much more surprises left for us, especially since the Booster Course Pass exists. And if you heard all the data mines for the game, you understand that everything so far from this year has just been based on data mines so far. Now, I'm not saying there couldn't be still surprises for new or returning characters to still show up, but at least track wise, when discussing this, don't expect too much if you've seen data mines. There isn't really too much about the specific topic I've got to cover, but I just wanted to make more people aware to not expect something you may really want. As much as I would love Wiggler in this game, it's never going to happen, honestly. So I just go open-minded and hope for the best we get something surprising. So far this year, I haven't really been too shocked with the decisions they've been making since we have had tracks like We Remember Road, New Obvious City Variants, and DS Shroom Ridge. Some exceptions to this whole topic that makes some announcements still fun to look at is most of the time we don't know when a track will be specifically announced most of the time. Piranha Plant Cove was a very welcome surprise for Mario Kart Tour, and that is something that still makes me want to play the game, is surprising announcements like that. We never know about these new Nitro courses besides some objects data mined for them, so it's awesome to see that. Mainly any new Nitro or City Track announcements are good for this game to keep intriguing the players from not getting tired of playing the game, especially since a track like Piranha Plant Cove isn't even in Mario Kart Deluxe just yet. Something more little to go and note in this video that has been a small issue for some I've noticed is the way bots are balanced out in races. Now, I don't really see the difference between badgeless bots and regular bots with badges, but some people really hate the fact they got rid of a small glitch that would allow bots to be easier to handle in races. Personally, I didn't really see much of an issue about this, but a lot of people were not happy they patched it out. I think it was for the best since Nintendo is doing an overall fair good job with patching out glitches that shouldn't be there. Yes, some may be way more stupid than others to focus on patching, but some patch choices they have made aren't really that terrible in my opinion. That's all I really have to say for this topic. Just felt the need to mention it in case some others didn't know or had wanted me to mention it. As I mentioned earlier in this video, there's one big question everyone has been asking recently. When will the Mario Kart Tour games shut down? Well, I definitely don't think it will shut down this year, even despite the Booster Course Pass taking most of Tour's better made tracks. I do, however, think the game will stop receiving new content towards the end of this year, or even possibly the early beginnings of 2024. I mean, after all, the game has been receiving a ton of content for the last 4 years now, which is honestly really surprising, and I'm happy it's even lasted this long. But the realization is, the game will have to stop at some point or another. Nothing lasts forever. I'm not asking for this to happen anytime soon, since I love the death out of this game, and I will never ever stop supporting it as the Mario Kart 9 no one will for some reason accept. But we gotta start lowering our expectations just a little bit. I think that if they had taken better care of this game when it comes to spreading out content in each tour, this wouldn't really be much of an issue with all the topics I discussed in today's video. Let's look at the brighter side of all of this. At least Mario Kart Tour is still making new content, and it did end up causing the Booster Course Pass to exist. I gotta give props to them about that, since I think the Booster Course Pass is one of Nintendo's best decisions when it comes to Mario Kart. And even if that means my excitement towards Mario Kart Tour's future content has leveled down a little bit, I'm still excited for what's next to try and surprise us with the new tours. Mario Kart Tour is a fantastic game and deserves to be way better received instead of being called a cash grab. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know down below your thoughts on the current state of Mario Kart Tour and what do you see for the future of the game. Make sure to subscribe as well if you are new here to this channel. I typically cover everything Mario Kart and all the latest news related to the franchise. Also, make sure to join my Discord server down below for special announcements, early sneak peeks at videos, and future multiplayer tournaments I hold in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace out, stay safe, and goodbye.